Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm so glad to have you here with me this afternoon. Welcome in. If you are new, hit that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and make any requests for your healing. We're going to start things off with a beautiful crystal grid that I'm going to build exactly to the requests of everyone here. If you are watching this on the replay and you would like to skip ahead to the healing, we will get to that at about the 1 hour point, so feel free to go ahead and skip to there. And if you are here live, if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for the ongoing support, and it's good to see you again. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, distance Reiki, tarot readings, crystal shop, all that good stuff, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check the links in the description below. Like I said, we're going to get started off with a beautiful crystal grid. So go ahead and make those requests, whether they're general or specific. I can select the stones for you, or you can request specific stones, whatever feels better to you. And yeah, let's get diving in. Everybody in our chat is super sweet and nice and lovely. So you are in the right place if you're not having the greatest day. So let's go ahead, take a peek at that grid and dive right in. Oh, it's good to see you all. Okay, let's see. Okay, awesome. So we've got as usual, we've got a little bit of a mirror here to deflect any not so great energies. And we've got copper to get the energy flowing optimally and break up any blockages. And we've got some wood and some bamboo to help ground out our grid for today. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody and see what's going on here. Good to see you all. Let's see. Erica, welcome in. We can definitely help you out with that. And Chris, it's good to see you. So let's go ahead and start with some of that. So healing and empowerment for confidence and independence. I love it. That's actually pretty lockstep with a lot of the requests we've been getting lately. We've definitely found through doing this that often we're focused on very similar things, even if the specifics are quite different. When we boil it down to the main sticking points, we're all flowing through a lot of the same focus points as everyone else. So let's definitely go ahead and see healing, empowerment, and confidence for independence. Absolutely. Let's do some ruby. And let's do some aventurine too for that. Okay. Welcome in. Go ahead, make any requests that you happen to have. So ruby is superb for the courage to be yourself. And it's also great for anything having to do with leadership and management. So this is definitely something that can help you with self-confidence. And it's also something that can help you with seeing tasks from the top down, so you can better decide how to use your energy. You can better decide how to structure your day. It's something that not only does it give you confidence, but it gives you something to work with as you step into this new confidence, that you can make it work for you as well. So let's bring that ruby in. Let's see. And yep, this is real raw ruby. Go. Awesome. And aventurine is also superb for things like confidence. This is one that helps to support the heart. It is, and when I say heart center, like the emotional heart, like the heart chakra. So that's love and compassion, including compassion for self. This is a stone that can help you to expand the vision of who you are, what you can do, and what types of future paths are open to you, all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely really supportive and encouraging, and it helps you take that confidence to the next level again. So we'll bring in aventurine. It's also great for learning new things, especially if they're related to computers. And it's also really great for eye problems. Oh, I'm glad that you are here. And we have Chris here, and I know what's in Chris's usual requests for sure. So Chris's usual requests include blue kyanite, which is helpful for this. Blue kyanite is great for self-acceptance, no matter who you are, no matter what. Just really accepting yourself as you are. It's also fantastic for understanding spiritual guidance. So whether it's you're reading cards for yourself or even dreaming and you don't understand quite the message coming through, this can be really, really helpful. So that is blue kyanite. Hey, Angela, thank you for subscribing and welcome in. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Okay. And she also usually requests, let's see, let's get some citrine and some pyrite. There we go. And some peridot. Peridot helps us with breaking bad habits and cycles, like the things we know we do and we catch ourselves doing over and over again in ways that are not helpful. And so I love peridot for that. It also helps support those friendships that have us be our best self. It's also superb for depression and sometimes the weight gain that can go along with that if you have an intention and a feel to need to lose that. This is also great for prosperity and anything with digestion. So that's green peridot. Korakar, good to see you. Citrine is superb for financial abundance. And I don't know anyone that would turn that down. This is in many of our grids. Citrine's also great for balancing logic and intuition. It's fantastic for things like fibromyalgia, as well as addictions and compulsions, things like that we might be working on. But in addition to bringing in the money, it also helps with making good financial decisions. So it's a good wealth manifestation kind of stone. So we'll bring that in. And we're going to bring in pyrite with Korakar's mother in mind, helping with financial abundance. This is also a great stone for the memory and the brain, as well as opening up intuition and protection. So especially if you're just new to working with intuition, or if you're trying a new style of connecting with your intuition and you're stuck with that mixed message of, yes, I want to hear, but I also don't want certain things, this is a really great stone to hold that place for you. So let's bring this in. And for our regulars, we've got Hattie Cat under the desk. Yep, you're happy to be here? Yep. Hey, Vincent. Good to see you too. Success in art, painting, illustration, traditional and digital. Completion of creative tasks. Absolutely. So let's do some carnelian. Let's also do some sodalite, my favorite combo for creativity. Carnelian helps with the sacral chakra and everything about it. And the sacral is the center of creation, creativity, as well as relationships, how we relate to others and the world around us. This can help things like sexual function and dysfunction and fertility. This can help creativity and connecting with that creative force. It's also how we hold space for others, how we find a way to work in balance and in tandem with others, whether one-on-one or as a group. So relationships, if you're struggling with like apathy and laziness and just kind of lacking that fire, this is also a good stone. Also a great stone if you are looking to manifest a relationship partner, really good one for that. So let's bring this in. And I'm also going to bring in sodalite, because once we have that creative force, it's like, how do we express it? And sodalite really helps take that expression to the next level. So this is communication too. So it's spoken, it's written, it's expressed in terms of art or dance or any way that we show up in a creative setting. It's also helpful for those who are, again, struggling with impulse control or struggling with feelings of homesickness as well. So we'll bring this in. So sodalite, we'll put some here and some here. It's good to see you, Korakari. Hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing well. Gotcha. Okay, cool, Chris. I will definitely add everything that I possibly can. And I'll see you when you get home safe. Have a good rest of your day. So Vincent, bone, knee, and joint health. Absolutely. We've got... Let's grab some Howlite. This is absolutely bones and joints, but also so much more. So this is whether, this is one I work with a lot, because as a lot of you who've been here before know, I struggle with bone density, calcium absorption, all of that kind of stuff. This is white howlite. This works with the joints. It works with the bones. It's thought to be more of like a teeth, hair, bones kind of stone. It works well for all of them, but it helps also with anger, resentment, and frustration. It helps to like bring those things down to a little bit of a simmer so that you can, rather than being so volatile that you can't quite touch the underlying issues that are causing that, it gives you an opportunity to kind of work with the situation and find some kind of resolution if possible. So we'll bring this in. It also helps with stability and blessings. I'm going to go ahead and take these rubies and I'm going to turn them in so I can make a little bit more room. Okay, there we go. Let's also do the next round. Here we go. Do this. And I love these kind of heart-shaped. There we go. So that is white howlite. That'll definitely help with knee and joint. Good to see you, Patty and or Key. Okay, good stuff. So we've got carnelian, we've got pyrite, rose quartz. We can definitely bring in rutilated herkimer. And herkimer. There we go. Rutilated is a great stone for focus and clarity, mentally for sure, but any part of the body where there needs to be focus. In fact, for the last several decades, this has been considered a beautiful gift for folks that are working to get through cancer or to battle cancer. It's thought to focus the healing intentions exactly where they need to go. It's also great for energy and helping us build our energy back up after it's been a little depleted. So we're going to bring this in with lots of love for Korakar's stepfather and in support of anyone else who it would be helpful for. Rose quartz allows us to more easily let go of what's no longer serving because it is so consistent in its unconditional love. It makes it really easy for us on a very deep level to say, oh, there could be something better to invite in. to replace the whatever it is I'm letting go of, whether it's old habits, limiting beliefs, whatever it might be. So it really aids in the transformation process. Even if it's just like a strong player in the background, it's very, very helpful. So let's bring that in. Hey, Grace, good to see you. Yes, and Korakar reminding me of all the things the YouTuber forgets. Definitely please remember to like the stream if it's working out for you, because it definitely helps folks to find me. Happy and grateful to let everyone know I'm above the 700 mark, so that was the latest goal. Our big goal is 1,000 so that we can have a monetized channel and I can have more community options for all of you so we can do more with the channel. So we are getting there. Okay, so Herkimer helps with manifestation in a very spiritual sense. It asks for the version of what we're asking for that is most aligned spiritually with our highest self, and that whatever we're asking for, that it impact all the people, places, and things that it touches in the most optimal way. So this is Herkimer. It's also good for being in the present moment. And that's a beautiful thing to have when you're asking for your next things from the universe. And it helps to balance imbalanced energy too. So we'll bring that in with Greg and Susan in mind. Also with Greg and Susan in mind, as well as Key in mind, I'm going to bring in some aquamarine, and we have a visitor. we have baby Gertie on my lap. Yes, baby. So you'll probably hear some purring if you don't already. Yes, baby. Let's see. So yeah, let's bring in the aquamarine. This is one that helps teeth and gums. It also aids in forgiveness. You want to play with the bag? You can play with that. Yeah, there we go. And it's one that helps with justice. It's a May Justice Prevail stone, and also helps with folks who are easily aggrieved or looking for someone to take their grievances out on. We often joke that it's the anti-Karen stone, but also it's the stone of maybe just looking for the most peaceful way ahead. Like, we want to live a good path with justice. This helps us find other people that are aligned with that. So aquamarine for Greg and Susan, as well as Key, working in customer service. So aquamarine. Happiness, health, and success. Return of joy. Your cats. Restoration, rebalance, healing grief, help with huge transitions, and divine guidance. Aquamarine, Unikite, pink tourmaline. Gotcha. Hey you. Hey you. Hey you. Good job. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring out for grief. Let's bring in some green onyx. This is grief, sadness, emotional shutdown, but also making decisions for our highest good. Even when we're maybe not in the greatest place for making decisions, it helps us do that to the best of our abilities, the best abilities that we possibly can. So let's bring that in. Let's move this up just slightly. There we go. Cat's a purring away there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're being such a baby. Yeah, thank you. I'm excited. Thank you all so much for the support. We are getting there. Red tiger eye, lapis, petrified wood, chevron amethyst. There we go. Lapis is superb for pain and inflammation, as well as moving up in our career, also working with great colleagues. This is a stone of integrity, honesty, openness, living up to our agreements. And so I absolutely love it for all of those things. Let's see. We'll bring that in. There we go. And we've got chevron amethyst, which allows us to connect better with our spiritual and intuitive self, getting the wisdom we need from spirit. This can be exceptional if you're looking to channel or bring messages down from spirit and from even your angels. This is a good stone for like sending messages up to spirit and then being open to hearing the response. Like sometimes we're asking the universe for something and it's like screaming to us, it's right there in front of you. This is a stone that'll also allow you to hear that kind of guidance. So let's see, let's put this down. This is also one that helps with any kind of visionary meditation or shamanic journeying or psychopomp work. And it's also recommended for degenerative type things like degenerative discs and spine, like bone stuff, degenerative, like neurodegenerative, all of the above. Hey, you want to say hi? Let's do this. So hang on one sec, everyone. This is where she's insisting to be right now. Yeah. Yeah, you're being a good girl. All right, you have to share me. You have to be a share bear. Okay. Hey, Lisa, I hope you're doing well. Maria, welcome in. Good to see you. Glad you're vibing with us today. Yeah, my cat is vibing with us and she's arguing with me for my arms. She's like this right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. So we've got also red tiger eye. This is the most protective stone I have to share with all of us today. This is a stone that is highly protective, whether it's something more mundane like bullying, which is still a big deal, or if it's something like spiritual, malevolent kind of stuff. Okay, can I have my arm? Thank you. So yeah, this is red tiger eye, very, very protective. Whether it's malevolent spiritual work, bullying, gaslighting, triangulation, this is great in really toxic work environments or anytime you have to deal with really toxic people. It can be very protective. So let's bring that in. It's also good for manifesting finances in a hurry. Yes, I know you want the Reiki. I know, but you have to share. You have to share me. Okay, petrified wood. Petrified wood is one of my favorite stones. So this was a living tree that had to basically die before it could transform into a stone. And just like we would think along that line, spiritually speaking, this can help us with really difficult transitions. It's very much like aligned with the Death card and its part in the Fool's Journey in Tarot. This is one that helps us with when everything is ending as one thing, we need to kind of rebuild or begin again. So this can be great for grief or any other kind of big life transitions, especially ones that are more bitter than sweet. So that is petrified wood. Awesome. You wish for guidance to be loud because when in a crisis, you can get a bit deaf. Gotcha. That totally makes sense. Blue kyanite is helpful with that, like understanding it and hearing it and things like that. Definitely helpful. So let's see. There we go. We also have I think I skipped a couple of Korokars. No, we didn't. We're good. So let's go ahead and do Sapphire, Aragonite, Moonstone. Moonstone is a stone that I have another kind of like mental affinity for, like with a tarot card. This one I often think of in alignment with the High Priestess. And this one is very connected to the natural cycles and rhythms we find in nature, especially including the lunar cycles and the tides. This is a stone that helps us to connect with deep wisdom, especially older wisdom or older structures or styles of understanding spirit and doing healing work. This is also very protective of travelers. It's connected with the divine feminine, and it can also really help us with finding the patterns within us that we're kind of locked in so that we can start to release them. So this is Moonstone. Moonstone can look a lot of different ways. It's very related to Labradorite. In fact, Rainbow Moonstone is white Labradorite. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. We'll also put in some along the lines of what came through with Chevron Amethyst. Another one that's great for channeling is Sapphire. It's a very powerful intuitive stone. It can even be a little bit unbalancing at times. This is one I also think of Susan and Greg, another couple of our regulars. This has a big connection with speedy justice. This also has a connection with the ears, the eyes, the thyroid, but most importantly, healing energy, connecting with our angel guides, and connecting with spirit in general. Anyone who does any professional divination work, card reading, channeling, anything like that, this can be really helpful with how we take the messages we get and almost translating them to our clients. This can be really helpful there. So there we go. So that is Sapphire. Go ahead and put that here. And I love working with Sapphire and Ruby. We also have Aragonite and Caribbean Blue Calcite. So these are two types of calcite that are in the same specimen. And currently quite a bit of this is being mined in Pakistan. This is, the brown is Aragonite, which can be very much aligned with our root chakra as well as our soul star. Excellent for physical healing, grounding, and also empowering our earth star chakra. That's an energy center beneath the root that is how we sort of walk the walk of our spiritual practices. This is how we step forward in our soul's purpose and do the things that are important so that we can sort of capitalize on our soul's mission. The blue, the Caribbean blue calcite, that is more aligned with the crown chakra and the earth star chakra. And the earth star, or sorry, not the earth star, the soul star chakra. The soul star chakra is more aligned with our envisioning the highest potential for ourselves. So this allows us to connect to that, to optimize our spiritual plans, and to sort of see, sense, and know where we're going in that regard. So because they balance two very opposite ends of our energy field, it can help balance the things between, including the Kundalini, which lays dormant at the base of the spine. So it's a very powerful stone if you're looking to walk your spiritual purpose, or if you're looking to just get your energy flowing optimally to have them both together. So we'll bring these in. If you do shop for them online, I don't have any in my crystal shop at the moment, but if you do shop for them online, you may see specimens that are like a bright pale blue, like an aqua blue, and like a tan brown and a dark brown. That's pretty common too. It can look quite a bit different depending on the specimen. So it's a really powerful stone. Let's see what else we have. Let's do some Iolite. Iolite helps us also with envisioning our potential and envisioning in general, if we're doing any kind of visionary meditation or connecting spiritually in that way where we actually see visions, any kind of shamanic work, this can be very helpful with it. It's also helpful for any kind of sleep disturbances. Can be really great if you're having trouble sleeping, especially if it's spiritually related sleep disturbances. Like, it almost feels like you're too much in that meditation place to come down and do the regular things like sleep. This is also helpful for things like fever and even weight loss, if that's one of your intentions. So we'll go ahead and we'll put this on top of the rose quartz. And yeah, let's also bring in for key. We will bring in some pink tourmaline as well as Shungite. So pink tourmaline is great for things like migraine and neuralgia, but also anything having to do with hormones, especially anything having to do with gynecologic issues, period stuff, and this also has a big connection with like mother-child bonding too. This one is also great for spinal injuries and to dispel a negative self-image, helping us to replace it with something better. So we'll go ahead and we'll place this in here. Shungite is also superb for women's health, every aspect of it, from onset of menses to prenatal to postnatal to onset of menopause. This also helps the heart, circulation, body fluids, and even metabolism. And this one is also thought to aid with quitting smoking. Hey, you heading out? Okay. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, go clean your sister. There we go. As much as I love to cuddle her, this is a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, like I said, this is Shungite. It's also, like I said, a superb stone if you're looking to quit smoking. This can be really helpful. So we'll bring in some Shungite. And hematite, as requested by Chris. This is deeply grounding, but also it allows us to kind of like let go of energy in our physical body that no longer is needed. So in China, Japan, and a lot of Southeast Asia, we see the concept that the energy that leaves the body that we no longer need exits through the feet. And this is thought to connect us or reconnect us to the earth, so it's more easy for us to let go of that energy that gets recycled by the earth. It's also deeply grounding. It's got a high iron content, so it's physically heavy. It's much heavier than it looks like, but it is still somewhat brittle. Called hematite and thought to help clear and purify the blood in ancient times because it has iron in it and it looks like it has blood within it. So hematite for sure. So let's go ahead and put you here. There we go. There we go. Just love that gunmetal kind of look. What else do we have? It's a quiet day in here. Let's also do for things like confidence and like moving forward with our soul's purpose. I love garnet. It helps us to organize and have that courage. It does aid creativity, which will definitely help Korakar. But this is more like a practicality and efficiency. It's a very Capricorn stone. So this helps us to stand up and creatively see new solutions to things that we do all the time. Whether it's regular mundane tasks or if we're starting something new, it helps us to use our energy and our time most efficiently and to also find balance, especially in times of significant change. Mother's heart health, sister's sight, you got it. So let's put this in. So garnet. Where shall we place it? Let's put you in front of hematite. Okay. Mother's heart health, definitely the Unikite helps with that. Sister's sight, for eyes we have aventurine. Yeah, we put in aventurine, and there was something else too we put in that was helpful for eyes. But yeah, we have both. Let's see what else we have for heart. Let's bring in some rhodochrosite too. This one definitely helps the heart and circulation. This also helps telepathy and connecting with the ancestors, journeying, anything like that, as well as asthma, anything having to do with the lungs. Mother and child bonding too. So yeah, rhodochrosite. Gotcha. Really feeling the loss that surrounds us, thinking about passed on loved ones. Dad, it's been years, but it's still so vivid. Yeah. And then a kitty who passed in December. Oh, let's bring in some jet. I brought in some green onyx, which really helps with processing grief and the sadness that comes with it. Jet can really help with grief in a big way. This is a different type of petrified wood. This has been petrified through usually volcanic activity, very, very hot and sudden, where, there was a living tree, and not only did the lava, kill and overtake the tree, it kind of transforms it into stone. And this helps us with grief, especially sudden grief. But when we're sitting within our grief, and sometimes it can invite us to be either completely shut off or just overwhelmed, this can allow us to actually process the feelings that come with it. So jet for sure. So let's do a piece of jet here. And a piece of jet here. Okay. And some black onyx as well. Black onyx can, in addition to helping us with grief, it can help to ground fear, anxiety, and self-doubt. Builds a lot of self-esteem. It's very protective, especially when we're not at our best, like when we're grieving and things like that. It's got a lot of connection to ancestors, which can definitely, even be more recent. So your father for sure. And in general, it can just really help us to process grief. It's a very down-to-earth, very grounding kind of stone. So I'm going to bring this in too. Yeah, I lost my cat a year ago in October, and she was with me for like 17 years or 16 years or something like that. So I know what you mean. It feels like it was yesterday. I still feel like I'm going to turn around and she'll be there. It's wild. Let's see. And grace, happiness, health, and success. Let's do yellow calcite, and some emerald. Emerald is great for healing skin and tissue, but it's also great for like reigniting our passions in life. It helps us feel primed for success. It helps us to improve our relationship with our appearance, especially if we've been like bullied on it or picked on about it and just made to feel less than by how we look. But it's also great for bronchitis, lungs, and anything upper respiratory. So that is emerald. And yellow calcite is a wonderful happiness stone. This is a stone that definitely works with the solar plexus. That's our sense of self, our self-worth, our self-identity too, but also how we bring our will out into the universe. This helps us to find and be in touch with our own sense of internal joy in who we are and bring that forward. So it can be a very happy, joy-based stone. So here is some yellow calcite. Put that there for grace. Yeah, missing our cats is hard. It really is. It's like having your best buddy be there the whole time, and then they're just poof, they're gone. So let's see. Yeah, I think we are good. So I'm going to do that thing where I take a peek at everyone's requests and I think about the astrology and I think about all the things. And I pick a couple of stones I think would like make a good touch for the grid. And then you all get to vote on which one you think is the best fit. You're not limited to one vote, hint, hint. And then while y'all are voting, I will be explaining what Reiki is, a little of what to expect. And then from there, I'm going to turn up the music, turn down the lights, and send Reiki to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. So give me a moment and let me pick a couple of stones. And if you need to use the loo before we get into the relaxation and sucking up the Reiki, now is a great time. And if you haven't hit that like button already, consider doing so. So let's see what else would help us here. Okay. So here are my choices for you. First one is Malachite, which is, I know some folks talk about how like, oh, it brings on the hard stuff. Oh, it doesn't. It helps us process what we need to process. It helps us move through the hard stuff. So basically, looking at the green, very aligned with the spiritual center of the heart, and it's a lot of lighter greens and darker greens, and they kind of swirl and undulate. This is a stone that helps us to process the things that we need to let go of that are related to like matters of the heart, things that are holding us back emotionally, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a connection to something that just feels easy or comfortable. If it's holding us back from our future development, Malachite can really help us to sort that out and let go of the things that need to be let go of so that we can create something better for ourselves in the future. So this helps us to let go and open our heart again, kind of heart healing too. And the other is Celestite. Celestite helps us to connect with our angels, hear their guidance. It also helps us to, in a way, let go of things that might be in our way, especially if it's fear that's not based in like a reality kind of scenario. If you have sort of thoughts versus fears, like, am I really afraid of this because there's like my soul is warning me, or is it just like thoughts kind of thing? This can help us suss that out. Like, is this actually dangerous, or is there like a logical reason that I've decided it might be kind of thing? So if you're struggling with like, is this actually a warning or is this not a warning? This can help, but it brings us into higher connection with our angels and our spirit guides. Definitely helps us to gain any higher wisdom from our spirit guides. Our angels can also help us when it comes to embracing our soul's purpose and our soul's mission, and give us some clues and guidance moving forward. And it can also help all manner of physical pain, because it lifts us up into our spirit body a little bit more, which basically changes our experience of pain because we're not as physically aware of our human body, and if you want to think of it that way. So yeah, connection to the angels, letting go of fear that's based in just sort of like not the most rational of fear, and yeah, so Malachite or Celestite. Maybe it's both. I don't know. But go ahead and take a peek in the chat. If you're new here, you'll see what I mean. You're definitely not limited to just one vote. And I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, what to expect. Go ahead and vote, hit that like button, consider subscribing. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification courses, my social media, my crystal shop, my one-on-one distance healing sessions, and my Zoom tarot readings, go ahead and check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the links in the description. It's wonderful to have you here. So what is Reiki? Well, the style I work with is known as Usui Reiki, and this particular method is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, and he created this collection of techniques in the early 1920s in Japan. It's deeply spiritual and very secular, which is exactly what folks in the US and in the West in general really need and want. So the concept of energy that is at the foundation of Usui Reiki really can be described best with the example that comes from Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything everywhere has a soul, and all of these souls are linked. and energy flows through all of them. One of the energies at play that kind of is in that interconnectedness of souls is known as Reiki, which translates to spiritually guided soul energy or life energy. And this is thought to be a particular energy that's not mine nor yours nor anyone's in particular, but an energy that's flowing through all of us, where our individual body, mind, and spirit are working with it all the time to bring us to an optimal sense of balance, one that is unique and special to us and what we need in that moment. So even if we're not culturally aware of this energy, even if we're not focusing on it, our body, mind, and spirit are already working with it. Much like how we're mostly made of water, but we don't really think of ourselves that way. And when we drink water, we also don't have to think about all of the things that it has to do in our bodies to keep us alive. It just seemingly does it. Our body, mind, and spirit know. Same with this energy. So essentially what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy source and direct more of it to you, which allows your body, mind, and spirit to put it to your best use in whatever ways you need today. You can set intentions, maybe you already did in the chat, or if you're getting ready to get a session now, you can at any point during the session just think of what you'd like the healing to support. Or if it's nothing in particular, you can just be open and see where it shows up. This is something where during the session you might feel the energy more in your physical body. You may have some physical sensations. Emotionally, you may have some feelings come up or be released. Mentally, you may have an opportunity to logic some things out that you haven't been able to parse out on your own or without some support. Or maybe you just hear your internal guidance kind of coming up, and maybe spirit comes in and you get a big epiphany in a sense, or you get a really clear answer to a question or a quandary that you've had for a while. So whether it shows up in any of these ways or you just have a really awesome nap, it'll probably be some combination of all of the above. Your session is going to be unique. One to the next are always unique. So what do you need to do during this session while I send this healing energy to you? Nothing. I suggest that you get as physically comfortable as you can. So laying down, sitting up, whatever works better for you. You can cover your eyes, grab a blanket and cup of tea, whatever works. You might even use this time to stretch a little bit or do some yoga or journal or even drop some cards for yourself. However you use this time for yourself is completely up to you. There's no wrong way to do it. But if you're unsure or if you just want to have a relaxing day, just get cozy and allow the Reiki to land with you wherever you happen to be. Because we're all interconnected, it doesn't matter where you are in relation to me, the energy will still support you. And it doesn't matter when you are. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, the days and times are listed in the description below, or you can hit the subscribe button with your notification bell on so that you don't miss an opportunity. For those of you who are here live, if you ever feel like you could use some healing and I'm not live, go ahead and check out our past live stream healings, and you'll be able to pick any of over 200 at this point sessions where you can just pick the crystal grid that we built together by the picture on the thumbnail, and you can even skip ahead to the healing if you want to. So there's always something here for you. So I will be sending Reiki to you for 25 minutes. During that time, I'll turn the lights down. They will move slowly and evenly through several different colors. At no point will it flash or strobe. And I will turn the music up if you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, who is another content creator here on YouTube. She's linked at the very bottom of the description, so you can check out her page. And at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in, inviting you to take a deep breath in and come back to your body. At that point, the chat will be reopened and you can ask any questions for your personal healing or any questions about the session. And then from there on, you can also, share anything that was particularly meaningful. And then from there on, have an amazing day. Being that this is Friday and this is the 4 o'clock stream, I will be back later tonight at the 8 p.m. stream, and I'll be here Sunday at 8 p.m. as well. So thank you for being here, and let's go ahead and see what won that vote. And yeah, you are the only voter aside from Chris who voted early on. So yeah, it's definitely both. Definitely both. So let's go ahead and do, for Celestite, let's use my big piece of Celestite. Let's do this, which I absolutely love. Yep, this is a big old piece of Celestite. We're going to go ahead and put that right in the middle here. Move one piece there. Line these back up. And for Malachite, let's see. There we go. Oh, I love it. Okay. So everybody go ahead, get nice and comfortable. We're going to have a beautiful session. You can lay down, sit up, move around, whatever feels right to you. I will see you all in 25 minutes. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you have a beautiful session. I invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start to come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here today. It's an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you. If you have any questions, go ahead and use the chat. And as a reminder, it is Friday, so I will be returning later on today at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. And as usual, I'll be here Sunday at 8 p.m., Tuesday at 8 p.m., Wednesday at 4 p.m., and every Friday at 4 and 8 p.m. Oh, W, it's great to see you. You're so welcome. Thanks for stopping by and for saying hi. Hope you're well. I've got a sleeping Hattie cat under the desk. I don't know about you, but I certainly feel better. Oh, Lisa, you're so welcome. Absolutely, I love doing these. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope your family's doing well. I hope their health stays well. Oh, I'm so glad, Patty. Thank you. Yeah, I love hanging out with all of you and all of your pets. This is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start winding us down. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Patty. Lots of love to you. And yeah, happy Friday, everyone. I will be back at 8 p.m. this evening and Sunday at 8 p.m. as well. I'm going to start working on the tarot for all 12 signs for April this weekend. So keep an eye out for those. So I'm going to go ahead and bring us to a close with an abundance of gratitude and love to all of you who've been here today. I hope to see you again soon. Remember to like the stream if you happen to have found it helpful. It really helps folks discover me. And thank you all so much for being here. I hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.